I'm sure you've heard the news. It's hard to escape the constant barrage of headlines and breaking news alerts that seem to paint a grim picture of America's future. But let's break down why America could be heading for disaster. It's not just sensationalism, there are real, tangible issues at play here. Economic instability is a ticking time bomb. The numbers don't lie and the economic indicators are flashing red. With skyrocketing national debt and a widening wealth gap, the disparity between the rich and the poor is growing at an alarming rate. Financial collapse seems almost inevitable if these trends continue unchecked. The financial sector is showing signs of strain. The country's infrastructure is crumbling. It's not just an inconvenience, it's a sign of deeper systemic issues. Roads, bridges, and public services are in desperate need of repair. The lack of investment in these critical areas is a ticking time bomb in itself. We're more divided than ever. The political landscape is a minefield of conflicting ideologies and agendas. Polarization has reached unprecedented levels, making civil discourse almost impossible. The anger and frustration are palpable. This polarization makes it nearly impossible to pass meaningful legislation. The legislative chambers often sit empty and politicians are left frustrated and ineffective. This gridlock is crippling the government's ability to function effectively. The slow-moving traffic and closed government buildings are a metaphor for the stagnation we're experiencing. Socially, tensions are high. The fabric of society is being stretched to its limits. Issues like racial inequality, healthcare and education are boiling over, fueling unrest and dissatisfaction. These are not new issues, but they are reaching a boiling point. The American dream is slipping away for many. The promise of prosperity and success is becoming a distant memory for a growing number of people, leading to a sense of hopelessness and frustration. Unemployment lines are growing and the worried expressions on people's faces tell a story of despair. Environmental concerns can't be ignored either. The natural beauty of America is under threat. Climate change is causing more frequent and severe natural disasters. Hurricanes, wildfires and flooding are becoming more common and more devastating, putting further strain on already struggling communities. The recovery efforts are monumental, but the damage is often irreparable. The lack of a cohesive strategy to tackle these issues only exacerbates the problem. Meetings and discussions often end with no clear direction or actionable plans. So, what's the bottom line? The situation is dire, but not hopeless. If these critical issues aren't addressed soon, America could be facing a perfect storm of crises. The alarm bells are ringing, and the time for action is now. America could be facing a perfect storm of crises. The stormy skies and chaotic urban scenes are a visual representation of the turmoil we could face. The time to act is now before it's too late. Urgent meetings and volunteer efforts are a step in the right direction, but more is needed. Stay informed, stay engaged. Knowledge is power, and being informed is the first step towards making a difference. Because the future of America depends on it. The actions we take today will shape the America of tomorrow. Let's work together to ensure it's a future we can all be proud of.